Class 11 Solow growth model. Solow growth model. The textbook Solow growth model is set in continuous time world with no government or no international trade. So let's assume time flows continuously, which is true, and there is no government and there is no international trade. A single good output is produced using two factors of production, like labor and capital. So we combine labor and capital, then we make production. An aggregate production function that satisfies another condition. You can ignore another condition for the time being. Okay, ignore this one for the time being, which implies that elasticity of substitution must be asymptotically equal to 1. Okay, it is another condition. You can ignore it for the time being. So this is the production model. Y is K alpha AL 1 minus alpha. You can regard this is you can regard this as the economy. Okay, this is then it is GDP. It is GDP, and then it is the what? It is the total stock of capital. It is total stock of labor and total stock of technology, something like that. Okay, so well, T is time. T denotes time, and alpha is between 0 and 1. Is the elasticity of output with respect to capital. Interpretation of alpha is elasticity of output with respect to capital. Okay, you can ignore it for the time being. Y represents total production, and A refers to labor, augmented technology, or knowledge. Therefore, A multiplied by L, AL represents effective labor. Effective labor. All factors of productions are fully employed, and the initial value, let's assume we know initial value, are given. So the number of workers, the labor, as well as the level of technology grows exponentially at rate mg respectively. So this is our assumption. Okay, so to write down again, okay. Our Y, total output, total production, we need capital, and we multiply alpha, and A, technology, or LT, so it is effective labor, 1 minus alpha. And then growth rate of capital is G, and then growth rate of A, growth rate of labor is L, and growth of knowledge or technology is G. So basically, LT is L0. L0 is initial point, E and T. And AT equal A naught EGT. Intuitively, this means the change of L with respect to T, L. So it is a percentage of change of labor. This is basically N. Okay, because it is easy to prove because this is because TL over this is equal to TL over L and DT, right? This and this is same. And then we know if we take derivative of log, it becomes inverse, right? It is 1 over L dL dt. So which is basically the log of L dt, right? Then what is log of L? Log of LT is L log of L naught plus NT, right? Therefore, log of LT with respect to dt is simply N, right? So that's why it is N. Same as before, right? Likewise, dA over dt over A equals to d log A over dt, which is g. Right? So we do this one. That is 2 point. Okay. And because if this part is computed, let's move away this part. Let's move away this part over here. Okay, move away this part. Okay, so we have this setup. Now, the number of effective unit of labor, ART, therefore grows at a rate of n plus g. Right? So therefore, we can see that. Right? Therefore, d AL over AL. Actually, let's this way. dt. So it is basically percentage growth rate of augmented labor. This is d log AL over dt. Well, you can multiply these two. Then AL is A naught L naught E n plus G T, right? So it is m plus G. Right? We know this one. So therefore, AL therefore grows at rate m plus G. Meanwhile, the stock of capital depreciates over time at a constant rate delta. So it is depreciation rate. However, only a fraction of output, CYT, is consumed. So C is consumption rate, or leaving a saved share of S. So out of total output Y, we have total output Y, total production. We save S a fraction of Y, and we consume C fraction of Y. So S is saving rate, C is consumption rate. So we have C consumption rate, and then S savings rate. Right? So we either save or consume, right? C plus S should be 1. So therefore, C multiplied with Y is total consumption. And then S, Y is total saving. Well, once we save total saving, then it becomes basically investment. Therefore, their investment, therefore, this implies that we now have very important result because of this one. And then delta is depreciation rate of capital, right? So that's why we have this equation, right? That's why we have this one. This means we have this one, right? So it's a move of, so here dot notation. We have here, for example, K dot means, where in economics, when we take derivative with respect to time, we usually put dot over here. Okay. So where K dot is shorthand for dk over dt. The derivative with respect to time. Derivative with respect to time means that it is the change in capital stock. Output that is neither consumed nor used to replace one out old capital in net investment, right? It is intuitive. Change of capital is investment minus depreciation. So we can increase capital by combining new investment and subtracting depreciated away part, depreciated part. Now, since the production function y, which is KAL, has constant returns to scale, well, you can ignore it, constant scale. It can be written as output per effective unit of labor like this one. So, let me write this one again. So, here, let me copy and paste this one. Well, you can ignore constant return to scale for the time being. Okay. So here, y t is basically, we define y as the A over output per effective labor. So actually, it is a GDP, and then A y over L is basically GDP per person capita, and Y over AL is, usually this is the important one, right? This is, in Korea it is like $20,000, and this is GDP per effective labor, GDP per effective labor, or GDP. Here in this is, it is also output per effective labor, right? So they are slightly related to each other. And then we know y is basically, y is k alpha al 1 minus alpha, so al, so basically this cancels out, which is basically k over al alpha, and let's write this one as small k t alpha, because we have t everywhere, t, and then t, we need times of time because they change over time. So we have this one. It means that. Okay. Next. Yes, let's move around here to make it prettier. Okay. So, right. We have this relationship. Okay. Now, let's do small operation. Small k is k over al. So, k dot k, well, basically this into. So, let's move this part. Let's move this part. Right? We have this relationship. And then, basically, as you can guess, k, k star over k is, as I shown, it is d log k, small k, well, again, d derivative of log small k with respect to the dt, right? We know that because k dot is this one. And then if we do the operation, if we take log of this one, right? Because it's log, so it is a d log of k over al over dt, right? So it is the beauty of the log is that log k minus log a minus log l dt. So well, here all sent to k dot over k, big K now, it is big K, it's not small k, minus a dot over a minus l dot over l, right? Because of this one. So we have this one. So this is basically, well, K dot over K, and we know A dot over A, which is the growth rate of technology, is G, and the growth of labor is N. So we put plus over here. But then we know growth of capital is saving or investment minus depreciation, right? K, and we divided by K minus G plus N, now which is the same to now S Y over K, well, minus N minus G plus N, now plus delta, right? Delta, right? And then in the previously, we saw that Y over K is, we know Y over K is that as basically K alpha AL 1 minus alpha divided by K G plus N plus delta, which is as now they cancels out, so small k alpha minus 1, alpha minus 1 minus here alpha minus 1, well alpha becomes alpha minus 1 now, right? Actually, let me clean this part because it is more confusing because you know this part. So now to make this part clean again, let me delete again, and then let's delete this part again. So again, now I explained this, so let me write it again. So K alpha AL, right, 1 minus alpha divided by K minus this one, and then this is simply N plus G plus delta, right? So, well, this one is the same to this one, same to this one, so yeah, we put this one together, so therefore K small k dot over K equals to S K alpha minus 1 minus N plus G plus delta. And if we multiply each side with K, then we have this one. So we derive this relationship. Very important relationship. Okay. So now the main interest model is the dynamics of capital stock, K. Capital intensity, small k, the capital stock per unit of effective labor, GDP or GDP, no, capital stock per unit of labor, its behavior over time is driven by the key equation of Solow Swan model. So this is basically Solow Swan model, which is the same to this one. Okay, Solow Swan model. K dot is SK alpha minus 1 plus G plus delta K. Now, so this first term, basically K alpha equal, we already know K to the power of alpha. This is the basic of Y. So it's the actual investment per unit of effective labor. Okay, so let's write this one down over here. So it is S Y minus N plus G plus delta over K. Right? We know this one. So this first part is the actual investment per unit of effective labor, right? Bad definition of, because saving Y is, as I told you, small y is, where is it? Yes, basically this one. This is a small y. So this is, we write this one as a small y. GDP or output per effective labor. Small y. So it is output per effective labor saving, so actual investment or actual saving per unit of effective labor. The fraction S of the output per unit of effective labor Y is saved when invested. Now the second term, N plus G plus delta K, is the break-even investment. The amount of investment that must be invested to prevent K from falling. So we need to increase K at least this amount to make small k constant per effective labor. Now the equation implies that K, small k, capital per effective labor converges to steady state small k star defined by this one. Okay, at which there is neither an increase or decrease of capital intensity. What does that mean? What does that mean? So we need to then take into account this one again. Okay. So what it means? What it means is that we have a very fun. We will have a very fun thing. So, well, this is level. And we have this one, okay. So here, x-axis is small k, capital for effective labor. So then we can draw something like this. Okay, so this is basically, so in the Solow model, K, yes, we derive this one, right? This is S Y minus N plus G plus delta K, right? We know this one. So basically this one is SY or SK to the power of alpha. So for first piece, this is the first piece. They are same. Now, another second piece is that now change the color, the blue one, and then let's say this one. This one is, and plus G plus delta small k, right? It is linear function like this one. So we have a point. Now it seems like equivalent. We have now something over here over k star in which, right, they cross each other. So as k alpha equal to n plus g plus delta k. So we can solve for k, right? So we can solve for k. Then we have this one, right? 1 minus alpha. We put 1 minus alpha then. S or K is therefore S n plus G plus delta 1 over 1 minus alpha, right? So you put this one. So which is K star. This is same to this one. Same to this one. Well, we says this is equilibrium because suppose capital is here. Then if we have a capital over here, then we have this gap. So here saving is greater than maintenance capital, maintenance level. We have more saving than M plus G plus delta K to keep capital constant maintenance level or depreciation. Basically, depreciation if we take into account effective labor. So because saving is greater, because investment or saving is greater, so we have more and more capital. On the other hand, if we are somewhere over here, then clearly in this case, saving is less than depreciation plus the dot or maintenance level. So because of saving or investment is less than maintenance level, we have less capital. And only at this point, we have equilibrium part. So in the long run, capital would stay over here. Okay. So at which the stock of capital K and effective labor AL, both K, we know at which point, because K star is constant, so K star, so basically it is Y, small k, K over AL. This is the constant, constant at equilibrium. K star. This means because they are constant, K and AL should grow at same rate. And because AL grows at n plus g, K should grow at n plus g2 at equilibrium, right? Because this is constant, right? Again, at which the stock of capital K and effective labor AL, because K is K over AL, they are at the constant, so they should grow at same rate, otherwise it's not constant, it changes over time. Only when growth rates are same, they remain constant. So because AL grows, AL growing at n plus g, so K should grow at n plus g. So both K and AL are growing at rate n plus g. By assumption of constant returns, output Y also grows at that rate, right? Because we know Y, okay, since K and AL grow at the same rate, K and AL grow same rate, and we know Y equal K alpha AL 1 minus alpha. So basically Y dot is alpha K dot K plus 1 minus alpha AL dot AL. Therefore, because they grow same rate, alpha n plus g plus 1 minus alpha n plus g is n plus g, right? So in equilibrium, Y should grow at n plus g too. That's what it means. Grows at n plus g. In its sense, the Solow-Swan model predicts that an economy will converge to a balanced growth equilibrium. So everything grows, K and AL and Y all grows at n plus g, regardless of its starting point. In this situation, growth of output per worker is obtained solely by the rate of technological progress. Okay. Now, our interest, GDP per capita. Okay. So, you know, Y over AL constant at equilibrium star at equilibrium because YAL grow at n plus g. Now, how about GDP per capita? GDP per capita is Y over L, right? Y over L. Now, it should grow. Now, we don't have a denominator, A part. It should grow at A, which is G, right? So, per capita GDP, per capita GDP, GDP growth at G. So our GDP grows at G. GDP grows at G. Now, since by definition, K over Y is small k 1 minus alpha at the equilibrium small k, where K over Y, so it's a capital stock, which is S and plus G plus delta. You can prove it. Therefore, at equilibrium, the capital output ratio, capital output ratio depends only on savings, growth, and depreciation rate. Saving, depreciation rate, technology growth, and this one. This is a Solow version of the golden rule of saving rate. Okay, since alpha is less than 1 at any time t, the marginal product capital in the Solow model is inversely related to capital labor ratio. So marginal product of capital, which means that how much we can improve output if we increase capital slightly, derivative, which is, you can prove it, alpha A 1 minus alpha K over L. Okay, you can prove this one. Look like this one. Moreover, we have another interesting point. If productivity A is same across countries, suppose A, knowledge is the same across countries, then countries with capital per worker, KL, have higher marginal product. So if this is high, then we have high marginal production of capital, right? High marginal production of capital, which would provide higher return on capital investment. Okay, so if this is high, then we have a high capital investment, high marginal product capital. Per capital, we can produce output more. So in this country, to this country will capital flow, right? Because marginal production of capital is high. If we put more capital, we can increase more. So capital will flow those places. Yeah. As a consequence, the model predicts that in a world of open market economies and global financial capital, investment will flow from rich countries to poor countries until capital worker, KL, and income work, YL, equalize across countries. So it is the prediction of Solow model. So capital flows to the countries with high marginal product capital. So capital flows until every country has the same marginal product of capital. So which means that until capital work ratio or income work ratio same, eventually will be same. But of course, in reality, that is not true, which means that there is something wrong with the Solow model, right? Anyway, since the marginal product of physical capital is not higher in poor countries than in rich countries, the implication is that productivity is lower in poor countries, right? Rich countries always rich in reality. If A is true, productivity A is true, every country will have the same per capita GDP, per capital stock per labor, but which is not true. There are huge differences across countries, huge differences across countries over per capita GDP, which means that the assumption is maybe not true. A is not same across countries. So since the marginal product of physical capital is not higher in poor countries than in rich countries in reality, the implication is that productivity is lower in poor countries. The basic Solow model cannot explain why the productivity is lower in these countries from the beginning. Well, again, if A is the same, per capita GDP or per capita stock should be same across country, which means that assumption is wrong, which means that in rich countries A is high, poor countries A is low. However, Solow model can tell why A is high in some country and why A is low in other country. And if one equates the marginal product capital with rate of return, so we will put capital until the cost of capital is same to which is rate of return, right? The same cost of capital is same to marginal product capital. Such approximate often used in neoclassical economics. Then for our choice of production function, alpha y over a, del y over del k, which is marginal product capital, and in equilibrium it is same to rate of return r, so r q over y. So and then if we know y is as no, because we know equation, so this should be same to alpha. Basically, this same to alpha in equilibrium, right? So the alpha is a fraction of income appropriated by capital. So in the economy, 1 minus alpha goes to people, and alpha goes to capital or capitalist. Thus, the Solow Swan model assumes from the beginning that labor capital split of income remains constant. So, in equilibrium, capital and labor has the same fraction. Of course, this is in odds with Thomas Piketty, Thomas Piketty argues that as time goes, more and more wealth goes to capital and less wealth goes to labor. So again, there is a difference between Solow model and Thomas Piketty's model. And there are lots of criticism about Solow model, or a lot of extensions. And Solow got Nobel Prize because of this one. So I recommend you to read those parts in Wikipedia. Okay, and then let me make one more comment. Let's go back to this figure again. So let's copy. Let's copy. Let's copy and paste this one again. And let's think this one in terms of Korean economy. You know, after Korean War, South Korea was somewhere over here, right? South Korea was somewhere over here. After Korean War, South Korea was over here. After 1950 Korean War, right? Korean War. So, well, in this case, definitely. Well, we are here because it means that a lot of our capital was destroyed, right? A lot of our capital is destroyed, so we don't have much capital. Capital level was very low. Korean War, capital is destroyed. So low K, right? So low K. So because we are here as model predict, we move from here, right? From here. So this implies this period implies very fast economic growth, which is true. Korean economy has grown very fast over 70 and 80. The reason why Korean economy grows so fast that we had to catch up. We accumulate capital, so we increase this one. And once we reach this point, then of course once we reach this point, so once we reach K star, economy grows slower. Economy grows slower, right? Slower. economy grows slow. And then actually Korean economy was also here. In this case, overinvestment. And then capital is destroyed. Okay, we move this part. This is Asian financial crisis. Of 1997, 8. You know, well, Korean economy starts from here after Korean War, and we grow very fast. And then we grow so fast that we overshoot. And then we overshoot, and then we return to this part, right? Return to this part. So we capital restriction. Or because so in this case we have overinvestment, so some capital should be destroyed. So this process was so quick. It should be gradual, but during the Asian financial crisis, this process was so quick that we had a lot of trouble. So economy contracted a lot during this period. And that was one cause of Asian financial crisis. And now maybe Korean economy is at K-star. So in the long run, Korean economy Korean economy should be at K-star, which means that, well, K and AL and Y all grow at N plus G, right? All grows at N plus G. Moreover, per capita GDP, Y over L, per capita GDP grows at G. You know, Korean economy is at low growth stage right now. One reason is that straightforward. Well, N is negative in Korea. Right? Population growth is negative. Korean people, there are fewer and fewer people in Korea, right? Korean people are decreasing. Population of Korean people are decreasing. So N is negative. And then that's why it explains our economic growth slow. And the maybe only sustainable way to increase Korea, to increase the growth rate of Korea is maybe to increase Z. So G is ultimately important. So our one task of the us, Korean people, would be how to increase G. We have to think about how to increase the growth rate of technology, the knowledge. So maybe that's why education is so important. Of course, alternative method is maybe we can save more. If we save more, another strategy, possible strategy, we want to save more. If we save more, we would have somewhere here higher saving. Then if we save more, then economy will move this way, right? If we save more, economy will grow more. So in the short period, for some time, we will enjoy higher growth with higher saving. Well, let's write. Let's write in brown. With higher saving, then we can increase growth for some time until we reach new K-star. However, after that, the economy will grow at G again. right? That's our production. No, that's our prediction.